Wow. Just fucking wow. Another episode of SpongeBob that I'll be ranting on is an episode where Patrick had became a huge asshole to everyone. And that is No Nose Knows. So, with that said, it's time to get started. Cue the intro, please. I am actually convinced that Patrick had became a huge asshole in seasons 5 through 9, and this is definitely one of them. So let's get started. Hello guys, this is Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and today, here is my review / rant on No Nose Knows from Season 6. So basically, what the plot's about is, during the beginning, Squidward gets home from the grocery store and finds SpongeBob and Patrick hiding from his flowers. Patrick wishes to smell the flowers, but Squidward points out and says, "You don't have a nose, you stupid dumbass." And much to Patrick's dismay, he bawls his eyes out because he doesn't have a nose like everyone else. SpongeBob then suggests he should have a nose implanted on his face because Patrick complained about not having a nose while his friends does. And they go to a plastic surgery clinic known as Noses and Sings. And after the surgery, Patrick removes the bandages on his nose really harshly. Like, he said he would carefully remove the bandages, but he did the exact opposite. Like, he did it very harshly. Then Patrick got a new nose and is then happy about it. He goes around town smelling several nice things like perfume, pastries, freshly cut grass, and deodorant. And yeah, Patrick enjoys it. He enjoys smelling good things like, oh hell yeah, that smells so damn good. But, however, it doesn't last very long. Why? Because he soon comes across some stinky and rotten onion rings, and he becomes like disgusted by the smell. He's like, fucking bloody hell! Nobody told me about smells that smell like shit! And then, yeah. Patrick then runs away and saying, at least I won't have to deal with this shitty ass odors. But upon realizing how terrible his own house smells, because of course he didn't give a shit about it until he had a nose, and he decides to completely disinfect the place. And after 48 hours, SpongeBob comes by and Patrick's nose picks up another bad scent. Like, he freaks out over bad smells. And his behavior changes for the worse. He goes into Squidward's house, and the bad smell actually comes from the cheese that Squidward had. He's like, Jesus Christ! Imported cheese! So what does he do? He takes the imported cheese and he destroys it. Squidward then become annoyed and he says, "It's supposed to smell like that, god damn it!" And he says to Squidward, "You are one fucked up in the head." Patrick, the only person that's really fucked up in the head is you, Patrick Star. And then Patrick then goes up and plugs SpongeBob's sweaty holes as he's working out. And he's like, "I can't go to the Krusty Krab looking like this." And Patrick's like, "I don't give a dog's ass. You should be thanking me, SpongeBob." Wow. Patrick had become like a total bitch to everyone. That's how unlikable he was. He acted like a complete and total bitch. Even with his nose, he wanted to act like a bitch because of course he does. And then he stalks the Krusty Krab with scented candles and air freshener, scaring away all the customers, and worse, he sprays Sandy with air freshener and he's like, "Take a bath, you motherfucker." Yeah. It comes to a point where everyone had became fed up with Patrick. And they decide they had a meeting where they contemplate punishing Patrick via physical harm. SpongeBob tries to stop them from doing so and tells him that it wasn't Patrick's fault. Actually, it was Patrick's fault due to Patrick's complete bitchiness to everyone. And of course it was his nose as well that was acting like, that caused him to act like a bitch as well. Then he suggests something that smells like shit and it will get rid of Patrick's nose. Like if that's ever gonna do any good. They bring a huge ball of shit to Patrick's door, which causes his nose to shrivel and disintegrate. Patrick then becomes very upset because he wanted to smell like everyone else. Wow. Such dickheads they are to Patrick Star. Well, Patrick was the biggest asshole, true, but they decided to do this to him? Bunches of dickheads. Let's face it, no one was likable in this episode, in my opinion. Nobody. Patrick acted like a bitch, and they punished him. Yeah. They could have at least had a sensitive talk about this, but instead we get this. This is such a mean-spirited ending. Yeah. He runs away crying due to his loss of his nose, and at the funeral, SpongeBob feels very regretful for getting rid of Patrick's nose. And even Sandy agrees, but Squidward remains like aloof about this, I should say, declaring that he could not care less. And he's like, "At least a pink asshole would stop bothering us." And Patrick, who says, "I heard that," with freakishly large ears. And that's it. Okay, one of my problems with this episode, this is a really mean-spirited episode. Patrick became very upset because he wanted to smell like everyone else. He was enjoying smelling like something like that's refreshing or sweet or perfumey, something like that. He was enjoying it. But his behavior turned for the worse. As he got his new nose, he freaks out about the shitty smells that he smells, like bad smells. And he freaks out about it, and he thinks that it's really unsafe for him, so he does everything he can to save himself by cleaning his room and staying away from bad smells. And you know what happens? His behavior changes for the worse. He acts like a complete and total bitch. He's like, "You are one fucked up in the head, Squidward." He's literally said that to him, when in reality it was Patrick that's really fucked up in the head. Especially how he acted. Like, Patrick, couldn't you at least ignore the bad smells or wear a gas mask or something? Like, oh yeah, I bet he did wear it, but he couldn't stay away from it. Like, really? Put some hair on your chest, Patrick Star. I don't know what the hell the director was thinking when changing Patrick's personality from going to like a likable person from season 1 to 3 into like a complete and total monster from seasons 5 to 9. I don't know how they changed it, but this is certainly not good. At least to me it's not good, because yeah. And instead of being sensitive, having a sociable talk to Patrick and talking sensitive to him about the bad smells, you know what they do? They punish him with a huge ball that smelled like shit and was made by shit. Literally. They punished him because of that. Such good friends they are to Patrick. That was sarcasm, guys. Because they are actually dickheads in this episode. They're not good friends. They're bunches of dickheads. Especially Mr. Krabs himself. Well, Patrick was the biggest dickhead of all. Like, they could have at least fixed it with having a talk about the smells, but no, this is what happened. A punishment that Patrick had gotten, and he cries about it, and the ending was really creepy. Like, Patrick had freakishly large ears, and after Squidward's like, at least a pink asshole would stop bothering us. I mean, this is just a mean-spirited episode. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but I think they should have done a much better job. Even the writing, I thought it was terrible. Like, who came up with the script and the writing? I mean, it's terrible. And this is also one of the main reasons why Patrick had become a huge monster in seasons 5 to 9. And a total bitch as well. So, to me, I think they should have done a much better job. So, for my final rating for No Nose Nose, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 7. What a terrible SpongeBob episode. And there you go. And that's it for today. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to me, turn on notifications, and don't forget to send me requests. This is me signing off, and I'll see you guys later. And thanks for watching. Stay safe, and peace out, y'all.